In many situations, the left has claimed to be the party of tolerance against racism, sexism, and all that stuff. But is that really the case? Hello everyone, it's been a while, and welcome back to the page. Thank you for supporting AmericanSAS, which also stands for American Students Against Socialism. If you haven't heard of us, our page is run by two young conservatives looking to voice their opinions. Today, it's just going to be me, but with all that being said, our topic today is on the intolerant left. It's almost as if Democrats have cards in their pockets, and everywhere they walk, and when they get offended or hit with facts in a political argument, they pull a card out of their pocket. These cards can include the racist card, sexist card, homophobic card, the Russian bot card when online, and etc. The left loves to call Donald Trump racist and homophobic, but is that the truth? Of course not. Look at a couple of these pictures. Yeah, look at that. It just goes to show how desperate the left is to call Trump names. They love calling people names and don't have any evidence to why they called them that name. Here's one example of a leftist accusing Ben Shapiro of saying hateful comments towards women and the LGBTQ community, but again, she had no evidence to support her claim.
Upset. What's going on out here?
So Ben Shapiro is a right-wing speaker who has spoken on Fox. He's editor of Daily Wire, and he has said comments, degrading comments regarding women, minority groups, LGBTQ communities. And
What do you say about women?
Just some disrespectful things. Those ones haven't been as publicized.
On his show, or?
They were in I believe they were in an article.
No, what?
An article he published.
What did he say?
I honestly couldn't tell you. This is just what's been relayed to me.
Look at that. And I mean, it happens all the time. Look up Liberty Hangout on YouTube, where Caitlin Bennett goes to leftist rallies. They will surround her, take her equipment, curse her out, etc., all because she has different views than them. For anyone who is wondering, the definition of intolerance is unwillingness to accept views, beliefs, or behavior that differ from one's own. That is exactly what's going on right here. The left wants to silence us through their own tactics. And we're seeing examples of that right now with the Reid case. Just the other day on Twitter, liberals were getting all mad at someone of a left-wing news company for covering this story. Why? Because they didn't want the truth to come out. Do they really believe that all women should be believed? If it's accusing a Republican, yes. But if it's accusing a Democrat, no. Here's an interesting meme to follow up with that. The fake news media absolutely refuses to cover all these stories accurately. What about the coronavirus origin? CNN might have one article on it, but it's most likely not very in-depth, nor is it as many as the 700 times they covered the Kavanaugh case. Oh yeah, what about the time that Trump said they were looking into a disinfectant? No, he should not have said that, but you know what the media turns it into? Do not inject Lysol because President Trump says it might be a good idea. There are two things wrong with that. One, he said they were just looking into it, not to go ahead and inject it into yourself. Two, he said disinfect it, not specifically Lysol. I mean, they just want to look at everything Trump says and not accept that it might even be a good idea. But go ahead and complain. There are lots of times that people have literally said they want to kill the president, and what does the left-leaning mainstream media do? They ignore these comments. Recently, protesters in Michigan came and protested the lockdown and their Second Amendment rights. What did the Democrats do? Show all the people with guns and say that they should be arrested. It's actually called responsible gun owners and the Second Amendment. Others tried to bring up the story of Tamir Rice, a 12-year-old black kid who was killed on spot after refusing to put his hands up and instead looked like he was about to draw the gun. They claimed that it was a toy gun, which it was an airsoft gun. Do you expect the police to tell the difference between an airsoft and real gun when someone's about to just draw a gun? Because I certainly don't. I mean, this point goes along with the fake news, too. Just the idea of ignoring someone else's ideas and instead reporting your own side of it. Has anyone here ever heard of Antifa, the extreme left-wing organization whose members get paid to protest, and not just protest, violently protest? This gay Asian was sadly targeted and suffered many injuries from this Antifa attack. God, that's awful. It was reported that there were cement milkshakes thrown at him, an Antifa special. The Democrats have had a long history of violence when it comes to facing people's ideas that they disagree with. The caning of Charles Sumner in 1874 is another story. Charles Sumner was hit by Preston Brooks with his topped cane for a very long minute for just addressing his ideas on whether he thought Kansas should be a free or slave state. The Democrats, in their long history of owning slaves and being violent, and now they claim to be the party against racism and all this stuff, it doesn't fit together. We have our free speech, and the left wants to take that away from us so badly. We cannot let them. Well, that's it for today. Thank you all for tuning in to today's episode of the American Students Against Socialism podcast series. Have a good day, everyone.